Did you see Panenkoic's new video on Super Mario 64 Invisible Walls?
No, I never watched it.
That video is fucking awesome. I never knew that how invisible walls worked in that game, and most people probably didn't. Where it's just like an invisible line just goes up infinitely because of fucked up geometry. And I always knew that certain places were invisible wall heavy, but I never knew just how fucked up so many places were. Like, the two that came to mind were the log on the Tall Mountain. It's like, it is the invisible wall hell. It's like 3 different reasons for why there's so many invisible walls there. And also that one, there's one mushroom that you're supposed to cannon to with a star on it, but it just has a ton of invisible fucking walls on it. Because I always thought those invisible walls on that mushroom were intentional to make you cannon to it, but no. It's just because of fucked up geometry. And, that video gave the reason for why I always fall off of the stupid hanging ceiling in Hazy Maze Cave. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't just letting go of the A button for 1 frame. The geometry sucks ass. It's not my fault, and it's never been my fault. I know we have encounters off, and a like super fast run, but 7 minutes is an insanely long time, even if you were doing this part legitimately. Because that chest over there has another... Well, it doesn't have another 7 minutes, it just resets the counter back to 7 minutes.
Like how it changes your gameplay time to the time limit.
Wait, does it? Oh yeah. Oh shit, it's still going.
Yeah.
The Go-Go fight, just don't attack him at all.
Wait, she stepped on a landmine.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
We did it. Alright, kill the shit out of Kara.
How do we kill him?
Watch this.
The Cook Serve Delicious video already has 4 comments.
Wow.
8 views, 4 comments.
That's insane, that's insane numbers. I was actually thinking about this after last time I was listening to myself talk about, the part in this game where Galoof fights X-Death solo, and how that's my favorite part in this game's story. And I'm kind of wondering if that's a running thing with me, where it's like, do I care about good stories, or just good moments in stories?
You know what's interesting about that? Is that the director of the first 5 Final Fantasy games said that he wrote the stories based around cool moments that he thought of first.
So it's not just me, then.
He'll have like the basic outline, but specific lines that he wants characters to say and stuff like that.
I feel like I would do the same thing, to be honest.
Seemed to work out well.
Because I was thinking, like... Because I feel like I would write the... Nice. Hey, that's... Yeah, there's the earthquake hammer finally showing its work.
Yes.
I think that good moments and good story will overlap more often than not. But, like, for this game, it's an example of mediocre story with a handful of great moments in the story. Xenoblade 1 is probably my favorite story in a video game, and it also has both. Like, it has a really engaging story and also... several great moments throughout. I also suck at this. I suck at this room, for the record, so it might be in here for a bit.
You know what Persona 4 and 5 have is an interesting story with no cool moments.
I was actually going to, like, for that I was going to say that Xenoblade 3, because I played that game semi-recently, and I really, like, I don't like that game at all. But there is one cool moment in it, and the moment is just like an 1.5 hour long cutscene. And for the people that know the game probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they know the moment. It's like, oh yeah, that part. Ooh, classic. I'm not sure if thinking this way, like thinking that you like good moments over a good story is like, not like selfish, but like just a not very conductive way to think about media, I guess. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense.
But I mean, I don't think it matters because you clearly also appreciate good stories.
Yeah, because I'm also thinking, like, I'm kind of, like, cynical when it comes to a lot of, like, stories in games nowadays, because I'm like, oh, of course they were gonna do that. Like, that's just so obvious. But it's also, at the same time, it's, like, unfair to think that way because, like, again, because I would do the same thing, probably, if I was given an opportunity to write a story where it's like, I would write cool moments. I don't even know if what I'm saying is making sense because I'm, like, disjointed in what I'm talking about, again.
So you're saying because you're so generally jaded with stories, you just value the way certain moments make you feel more than an overall story?
I think so. I think, yeah. That was why Persona 5's story in the later half bugged the shit out of me. It was because there were a bunch of parts that were supposed to be really cool moments, but I was just like, come the fuck on. Yeah. Like the whole thing, spoilers for fucking this game, for Persona 5, if you somehow haven't played that game or seen it be spoiled for you on Twitter 10 times already.
Somehow. It's like a 100-hour RPG. There's probably billions of people who...
Nobody talks about the gameplay of Persona 5. It fucking sucks.
What does that have to do with what I just said?
Because I'm saying that a lot of people that would like talk about Persona 5 probably just watch other people play it and just know the story beats.
It's your channel. It's your funeral.
Yeah. So, but the part where they reveal like how they've known Akechi was like the traitor all along. And, like, I just don't buy that shit whatsoever. It's like...
How do they do that? I don't remember at all.
Really early in the game, Morgana says something about pancakes or waffles, and then Akechi shows up and he's like, I heard someone say pancakes. And then that spirals into a whole thing of, like, aha, we knew you were the traitor all along, Akechi, because you talked about fucking pancakes once. Because you couldn't have known Morgana was speaking. And it's like... Seriously? That's so... I don't know. I just didn't like that.
That's like something they do in that shitty Sherlock show.
Yeah, actually.
It's like, actually, 60 hours ago, I knew it all along.
Yeah, exactly.
Gold pin?
Yes, gold pin.
It optimizes you with, like, an anchor on your butt, and then puts the best stuff at the bottom.
I don't get it at all.
You press optimize and there's just like a sword through your head. It's like, is this what you want?
You optimize the sword of Damocles into your fucking spine.
That's an item in Isaac now.
It is.
Since a couple days ago when Repentance came out.
I'm so excited for Anti-Birth, dude.
Yeah, it's too bad Rebirth is cancelled.
Breath of the Lamb is coming out anytime now.
Breath of the what?
Breath of the Lamb. I almost said Breath of the Wild instead of Wrath of the Lamb.
Should I be healing myself? This is a terrible idea.
Why is everything immune to fucking Earth?
It's floating, I guess?
Apparently. Die.
That didn't seem that good. Last video that just came out, you said that weird, disturbing background was the only animated one, but this one is too.
Oh shit, you're right. Maybe more of them are animated than I realize, and I only pay attention to the X-Death one because it's gross.
Did I just read the number wrong last time? I could have sworn you did like a 10th of that last time.
No, I did 7,000. I thought you were joking when you said that. Didn't seem like that much. Because I did like 200 more than you. Die. You didn't even get to do Tidal Wave.
Another Reflector.
And you have Leviathan, who sucks, unfortunately, because you can't easily boost water damage. And also, like, nothing is weak to water.
Actually, ice is just water and rocks.
Yeah, according to shitty Tales of games.
I didn't even say that shitty part, you said that.
Yeah, I'm being inflammatory towards an audience of people who don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. If anybody's played a Tales of game, please get in contact with me and we can both protest Bandai Namco together to make them stop making Tekken games.
This is just like Markiplier's movie. This is what it looks like.
This is the Iron Lung movie.
Yeah, this is what most of the movie is just this. And you can hear a guy going, whoa, whoa. I remember X-magicking 2 of those a lot in our first playthrough.
Yep. It's a good, it's good. No more magic lamp. Big wave. Not tsunami. That's the same amount of characters. Actually, it's less.
It's delicious.
The animation for Flare is kind of whack. I like Holy's more.
Yeah, it's... I don't really... It looks like... I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's like they absorb a bunch of, like, cancer cells and then they explode. It's better than Bio, which just looks like a SNES tile set glitch.
Which is funny because it looks exactly the same as it does in 4. It's like the exact same animation and almost the exact same sound.
This is probably my favorite dungeon aesthetically. The music is really relaxing, but all the encounters are horrifying.
This dungeon is where the bard is the best, which is kind of a bummer that we're just skipping encounters. Oh right, whoops.
Oh yeah, the Requiem.
Yeah, because everything including the boss is undead. So Requiem or the Apollo Harp will super fuck things up. To really quick finish my thought about the Persona 5 thing earlier, the reason that I find the reveal about how all the characters knew about Akechi, I find that so hard to believe is because the party is fucking idiots. Like, you can't seriously expect me to just believe that they've been keeping this shit from me, the player. It's the only thing that Joker can't remember conveniently.
Because the Persona 4 party is idiots too. But when Naoto joins, she's like the smart one, so whenever there's anything where people have to think, she just like says a few paragraphs about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. You're smart.
Yeah, when Makoto joins, everybody becomes a fucking moron for some reason. It's like when it's just Joker, Morgana, Ryuji, and On, it's kind of like, you know, a really good underdog story, I feel. I don't know if it actually is, but I really like it. So when Makoto joins and just makes everyone idiots because she has to be the smart one, that just makes me fucking hate her. It bums me out. Okay, wait, we could buy... Well, you can get more Earth Hammers. You get 2 of them.
Oh, thankfully it isn't like that in 4, where everybody else gets stupider when the smart person joins. Instead, it's more like whenever she explains something, because she's the smart one, everybody else is like, man, you're really a buzzkill, huh? Which is better, but it's also just one of those like gags that just like they do over and over again, and it's always funny every time. Me and Gavin are playing Phoenix Wright Justice for All right now, and maybe it stops us after the second case, I don't remember. There's like 10 times in the second case where Francisco whips the judge or whatever, and then the judge is like, oh, okay, you go ahead, and then Phoenix thinks like, the judge is kind of a pussy. It's just like some games, their writing is just like, do it over and over again. They're like, it's funny. It's always
LOL.
funny.
Fuck these guys, I hate them.
True Edge. Why does that work?
Because they're not heavy, and the magic lamp Odin always does Zantetsuken.
Oh, cool.
Are you gonna play Persona 3?
No.
Not even the
Or at
remake?
least not anytime soon. You know what's funny is, it seems like whenever I see somebody talk about that game, they're like, Persona 3 is so good, but Tartarus is so boring. But it's like, Tartarus is literally like 75% of the game, as far as I can tell.
That's the one dungeon that you keep going back to. I mean, that's how I feel about Persona 5 in general. Persona 5 is so good, but it's also so bad.
Yeah, I guess it's just like the story is good. And the thing about Persona 4 is that, and 5, I say 4 specifically, story has no tact at all. Both in the fact that, in my opinion, it doesn't treat certain groups of people with a certain amount of sensitivity, but also because it has an interesting idea with the story and just like doesn't do anything with it interestingly. Like in Persona 5, where it's like changing people's hearts is an interesting thing, but like you only do it on objectively evil people, so it's like, okay, whatever. It's
yeah, the game tries to have a morally like questionable stance, because even the characters are like, is what we're doing okay? As if, yeah, all the people are mustache twirling, puppy kicking, like baby strangling dickheads.
Persona 4 is a similar thing where it's like, maybe it like does something different with this in the true ending, because I didn't see it. You're trying to like figure out who's been throwing people on the TV, and then you do, and he's just like, I'm evil, die.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, it's like he's completely like mild-mannered, and then it's like, I figured you out, and then he's like, okay, evil now. I'm a completely different character.
Again, maybe this, I'm hoping the true ending like expounds on this more, but it's just like, he's like, yeah, I did it. The end, the game, the credits roll then, right there.
I mean, I'm already not like a Persona fan, but that's what makes me worried about Persona like 6, is that they'll just do this shit again. I don't know if Persona 3 is like that. It's like the game is just completely different in the last 3 hours, but if 4 and 5 are at least like that, my hopes are very low.
Oh, also, Persona 4's final boss music is actually good. And I only say that because I remember Persona 5's being kind of annoying.
It was just kind of like nothing. It's not like any of the other battle music in the game, so I don't even know if it's good or not.